What is up, YouTube? Fearmax Gaming here. Hope everyone is doing alright. Well, boys, Gallantmon is coming. We're having the second part of the underworld, and we have new personality plugins, so let's get down to it. First, I'm gonna talk about the ancient plugins, which my theory is the ancient plugins will be included in the personality banners. For example, in the Brave one, the Calm Only, Deft, you know. There's no date to all this, so we'll just have to keep up to date for when this is coming. I suppose after this week, suppose. Anyways, these new plugins are attack and defense plugins, while the plugin fest, which are these ones, only include special plugs. The stats they give you are not guaranteed stats, but this is what I found from the Discord, so if anything, we'll see the official stats soon, so bear with me if I get wrong. For Brave Digimon, the attack plug will give you 840 power and reduces 220 defense. That is double the power that Omegamon's plugs give, even though you won't have crit. Because, let me show you. Omegamon's plugs give 404 power and 25% crit rate. The Ancient plugin attack gives Omegamon double the power, a bit more of double, but it reduces the defense. If you build Omegamon with that Ancient plugin and you pull 2, Omegamon is going to hit very, very hard. So if you get it, bless you. If you don't feel bad about it. They will come back again someday, so we'll just have to keep on playing Battle Park and keep earning rubies, and For Death Digimon, they will get 800 power and a 210 defense reduction. For Tenacious, they will have 760 power and a 200 defense reduction. That is for the power Digimon. Now for the tech Digimon, the Calm will give 840 tech and 220 defense reduction. For Deft, they will give 800 tech and 210 defense reduction. Devoted will give 760 tech and a minus 200 defense reduction. Those are the attack plugins. Now for the defense plugins, for Brave and Calm, the defense plugin will be 350 defense and 38% block rate reduction. For Deft, they will receive 365 defense and 39% block reduction. For Tenacious and Devoted, they will receive 380 defense and 40% block reduction. Now, let's go for the main part that everybody, I assume, that's here for. Gallantmon. For Gallantmon's stats, we have 5,720 HP, which is pretty low, has the same amount as Shine Greymon, Mega Gargomon, War Greymon, Rust Tyrannomon, and yeah, his HP is not that high for you see while I describe him. It has 4,309 power, which is pretty high. He is up there with the best attackers in the game in JP, but in global he will be the second best after Omegamon, so he will be the second most damage dealer in global, so keep that in mind. His defense is 1339, which is a bit low, and a 27 speed, which is pretty good. You might think his defense stats are low, but now when I tell you about his skills, you'll see why he is a top tier. His main skill, what it does is 460% damage to one enemy, and increases counter rate by 30% for 2 turns. And the best part is he gets a shield effect. What is shield effect? There will be this specific bar in front of Gallantmon that it will take damage for him. And that shield can take up to 4200 damage at skill level 1, and it can take up to 6k in level 10 from enemy attacks for 5 turns. That means that in order to damage him, you have to take out his shield. Not like Omegamon that takes 1k damage for 3 attacks. His sub-skill does 160 damage to 4 enemies, and reduces buffs for 1 turn, and reduces enemies' tech by 30% for 2 turns. Again, that is a pretty good skill, even though it doesn't hit hard. And lastly, his passive is increase power of all brave allies by 30% for 2 turns, and increases his own crit rate by 30% for 2 turns. Holy moly. Wow. He is a fan favorite actually. This is a very strong demon to have. Me personally, I want him, but I've had my bad experiences with gacha where I waste my resources on something and the game just brings something I need and boom, I don't have resources to pull, or I don't know. That happens because I'm a free-to-play player. Gotta admit that I've been blessed to pull the Digimon I've wanted, except for Gallantmon. But all those Digimon that I've pulled have took me from 4 pulls, 5, maybe up to 7 pulls more or less. I don't know. We'll see if I change my mind to pull for Gallantmon because I'm planning to save. Now, for the second part of the underworld, I will try to break it down as much as I can, and it will be divided in 3 parts. The first part is you have to build 3 different teams at the beginning and can't change anything later. That includes Digimon and plugins, and each Digimon will have a cost. I suppose the cost will be depending on the evolution rank, because Mega have 35 cost and Ultimate have 14. Don't know how much cost are the other evolutions, so we'll get more information when we get it on the Discord, and as soon as we get it, well, might as well post it. You have a limit of 100 cost to build your team. So if you use 2 megas, that is 70 cost. And you gotta use lower rank Digimon so you don't go over the limit. So now it is more strategic. Reason why it is 3 teams is because when you enter a stage, if you're using team 1 to battle and they all get KO'd, you can continue with any of the 2 teams remaining instead of starting over like in the first part of the underworld that if you lose, you have to start over. The second point is each stage will have a hazard or a field effect. For example, your Digimon's block rate reduces by 50%. Another stage could have skill cooldown time reduction by 50%. And that will be only once per ally. Another one could be implying blind to your Digimon, etc. The map of this underworld is not like the first part that has a specific order. After the first stage, you will have various options for your next stage. There will be mini raid battles also, so keep that in mind. You'll get various rewards along the way as well. And the third point is you can reset the underworld, but the stages change. So if the first stage you had reduced block rate, when you reset, instead of having reduced block, it will have blind. I don't know how many times you can do it, but there is that. I will link up a video of a fellow YouTuber called Rufita. She has played JP and she has been playing a lot, and so if you want to keep up to date, you can follow her as well. I will leave the link. I will leave a video of the underworld in the description below. Anyway, guys, that's all for today. I hope this information helped you, and hopefully I'll see you guys soon when we get more news. Peace.